The whole thing is just crazy. They don't govern because they're just looking at independence no matter what. I can't see that ever happening.
Did you support leaving the EU, or are you happy with that decision? Or?
Well, that was what the democratic vote wanted. So I would go along with it. But unfortunately, a lot of MPs have their own agenda.
So what would you like to see the future of Scotland be? What would you like to see politics focus on in Scotland?
It's been a United Kingdom for 300 and so years, and I see no reason why we should change that in any way. The greeting and groaning that comes from some parts of the Scottish electorate is just a knee-jerk, call it prejudice if you like, I don't know, towards the English.
I would vote for independence.
How did you vote in the last referendum?
I did vote for independence last time, but I feel that I would be more committed to it this time.
Do you think that politics in Britain is changing in a way that pushes you further in that direction?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. What in particular?
Brexit. Yeah, because I and many Scots people didn't want to leave Europe. And I just keep thinking this is just a disaster, and I can't believe it's actually happening.
How do you feel about Boris Johnson becoming PM?
Not happy at all. Not happy at all. I don't feel that he's a trustworthy person.
And Nicola Sturgeon's also called for a second referendum on EU membership. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes.
So
I think anything is a good idea at the moment, other than what's happening.
Why did you change your mind on independence? You said you were for it at one point, but not now.
Well, initially I thought yes, it would be good, but then when you read into it more, you realise that we actually need to stay in the Union for not only for political but economic reasons, and I don't think we could ever make it on our own. Let's hope we do it. Let's be positive about it.
About Brexit?
Yeah, we're a good nation. We're inventors, and we've done so much. I know you can't look back in the past, but we can do it. I'm positive.
All right.
I'm happy with Boris.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
How would you feel about a second independence referendum in Scotland?
I would be feeling very positive about it.
Yeah.
I think it's something that's badly needed. We're in a mess, and Scotland's better off without it.
How do you feel about Boris Johnson and Brexit?
An absolute disgrace. He hasn't got the wherewithal, he hasn't got the intelligence, he's a blusterer, a chancellor of the highest order, and I have no time for him.
This area was one of the slightly more no-voting areas on the west coast of Scotland last time. What do you think would change people's minds round here?
I think the SNP have to look at the currency situation. You need to look at the Scottish pound if they're going to be one, and have to see how they're going to back it, how they're going to make it stronger, how they're going to use the assets that we have. We have undoubtedly got lots of assets, but we have to use them properly.
Yeah. So a firm policy on currency, one that people could believe in, would be important.
Because allied that to people's pensions, that's what people around here, that's why they voted no, because they're scared about their pensions. Well, the British government have guaranteed that, and if they read through it, you'll find that is the case. But a lot of them don't know that.
I don't believe in having a second referendum.
Yeah. Why not?
Because we've already had one. So everybody voted. It's the same as Brexit, everybody voted.
So you would like to see the no vote honoured and the leave vote honoured?
I'm not saying I'd like to see it, I wouldn't like to say that, but people were given an opinion and they voted, and I think we have to respect everybody's vote.
Do you think we should leave the EU on the end of October, as Boris Johnson says?
I think we should wait and see it's a total mess, an absolute mess. I don't trust any of them.
How would you feel about a Scottish independence referendum now?
I would feel very happy with that.
How did you vote in the first referendum?
I voted yes.
And you would do so again?
Yeah. Oh, Boris is a funny character. Sometimes you would like just to see how he got on with all this, plenty of bluff and bluster, and it would be quite good to see if anything does turn out good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting. And it would be also interesting to see if it was such a disaster, the no deal as well, even although the SNP are saying that it would be a disaster.
Yeah.
I'm a nationalist,
so you voted yes in 2040.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? How do you feel about Brexit? Has that changed your view on independence?
Brexit to me, honestly, I just find the whole thing a mess.
How soon would you like another referendum?
As soon as possible, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're just getting deeper and deeper into a mire. It's not very nice at all. You know, so.
What issues around kind of Barrhead, this sort of area, do you think an independent Scotland could tackle?
Well, there is a drug issue, but that's everywhere. That's everywhere. There's housing issues, although they're building houses all over the place out here just now. They're doing away with looks as if they're doing away with the green belt. But I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that could go on around here.
Did you vote yes in 2014?
Aye.
And do you feel more committed to that position now or less?
Just the same, because I was the same then. I voted yes then, and I'll still be voting yes again. I think I'll always vote yes.
So what's putting you in two minds about it then? What makes you think that maybe independence would be a good
Because I don't think they're doing well for the country, and they're not doing well running councils. So if they can't do that, how are they going to run a country?
How did you vote in 2014?
2014, I voted for independence.
Right, okay. But now you're a bit more unsure.
And I voted for Brexit.
Right, okay.
I'm unsure because of what I see, the evidence in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't think the councils, I think Glasgow Council's SNP.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think they're doing well. And I don't think the government's doing well either.
So you voted for independence and Brexit.
Yes.
What did you like about Brexit?
I just felt it would be a good thing.
Did you see that as quite a similar idea to Scottish independence?
In some ways, aye. So it's quite ironic that they want independence for Europe, but they don't want Scotland to take independence for the UK.
Yeah. You see that as a big contradiction?
Well, it's an interesting thing to consider.
And Boris Johnson saying he wants to take us out at the end of October. How do you feel about that situation?
Well, the thing is this, they've had 3 years to do something about it, and now they're supposed to be trying, he's going to do something before the 31st of October. The thing with they're duping the public. I think they should leave with a deal, because if they leave without a deal, there's going to be a lot of hardship. But they'll probably survive it.
Yeah.
And then when the Brexit's dealt with, we'll consider the Scottish independence.